I like to start my days off by listening to a little bit of the Clips. This morning it is a little bit off of their album Hell Have No Fury. We got it for cheap. Yes, Chuckles, we are live, baby. Ha ha. I always gotta hit y'all with the Denzel. Not Denzel, but the Billy D. Hey, when Billy D came in, when Denzel came in, Billy D was out of there. Billy D was gone. Soon as that meant, listen, as soon as Denzel showed up, Billy D. Williams was no longer the sexiest black man in America. Denzel got him up out of there. Denzel got him up out of there, baby. Listen, Denzel showed up. Denzel showed up and looked at Billy D. Williams and was like,
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Shit. Billy D didn't stand a chance when Denzel got here. Listen, ask any black person. Ask any black person, they will tell you. Ask any black person, they will tell you. When Denzel showed up, Billy D was out of there. Billy D who? Billy D what? Billy who? Do we know that dude? I ain't never heard of him. Denzel got him up out of there, baby. I see you in there, Infernal. Annabelle's in the building. Witchy's here. Oh, shit. Tracina's in the building. Ha, ha. Hey. I'm telling y'all. Hey, look at Samantha. No, Samantha. Am I lying? Samantha, am I bullshitting? Let me tell you something. See, white people, y'all have the equivalent. Y'all have the equivalent. White people, y'all should be able to understand this because y'all do have the equivalent. When Tom Selleck showed up, Burt Reynolds had to go. Let me tell you something. Let me talk to you. As soon as Tom Selleck showed up, Burt Reynolds became irrelevant. Y'all had the same thing. Y'all had the same thing. Actually, white people have had it several times. Tom Cruise was sexy in a mug until Brad Pitt showed up. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Tom Cruise with the Top Gun, and oh my God, he's so sexy." And then Brad Pitt showed up and had that Legends of the Fall hat on. Listen, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Y'all had it happen. Y'all have had it happen. Burt Reynolds was the sexiest sexy son of a bitch until Tom Selleck walked that mustache having ass out. Burt who? Burt who? What? Burt what? Y'all had it. Billy D. Williams was the sexiest black man in America until Denzel sauntered his bitch ass up there. He looked at Billy D. and was like, listen, flavor of the month syndrome. Yes, Chuckles, yes. Ain't just now with social media. We've been fickle since Thomas and I were in kindergarten. Chuckles knows. Chuckles knows. We have seen this before. We have seen this shit before. Billy D was in there talking about success is nothing without someone you love to share with. And then Denzel walked up in there. Denzel walked in like,
I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
oh, shit. Denzel looked at Billy D and was like,
I'm leaving here with something. Henry, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
From around the way. Burt Reynolds was out here, Smokey and the Bandit, with the hot Trans Am, and the women was all because he had the taco meat on the chest and that mustache, and yeah. And then Tom Selleck drove a Ferrari in and told his ass, "Get the hell out." That was every woman to Burt Reynolds as soon as Tom Selleck showed up. Let me tell y'all something. Tom Cruise was the shit. How am I restricted? What kind of, again, there go TikTok or that bullshit. 3 minutes in, I'm already getting restrictions and shit. The hell kind of shit is that? Listen, everybody loved him some Tom Cruise, but as soon as Brad Pitt showed up, they was looking at him like, morning, big sis. They on me again. They on me with the bullshit. I just started. Already got a restriction. Listen. It just goes to show you how time works. How feelings work. Because what is sexy one day is not sexy the next day. You know what I mean? I was just sitting there thinking about, listen, ask every black woman over the age of like 55. Ask them about, good morning, Tasha. Ask them about Billy D. Williams and Mahogany. Listen, there was some black women who was ready to lead their husbands over Billy D. Williams' character in Mahogany. Like, my DJ's won. My big sister Linda's won. Listen, let me tell y'all something. When Billy D looked at Diana Ross, was like, success is nothing without someone you love to share it with. And up until that point, I don't even know who was the sexiest black man before Billy D showed up. Maybe Harry Belafonte. Maybe. I think it might have been Harry Belafonte. Maybe. I don't know. Todd's like, here, buddy, here. And listen, Billy D was carrying. Oh, Sam Cooke. Thank you, DJ. It was Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke was a say you will, and then Billy D came in, and everybody looked at Sam Cooke like, go over there, sir. Sir, go over there. He was definitely on the end diet the minute Billy D showed up. And then Billy D was the shit until Denzel showed up. What was Denzel's first? Oh, yeah, Denzel was in Saint Elsewhere, the TV show. Watching them walk down the goddamn hallway. It's like, wait a minute, is that Billy D. Williams coming in the room after Denzel done been in here? Morning, Joy. Let me tell y'all something. And listen, Denzel held the crown. Yeah. Denzel has held the goddamn crown. Do you understand that Denzel had no rivals as far as black sexiness? None. I mean, for God's sake, goddamn Barack Obama took some of goddamn Denzel's swag. Come on. If you meet a black man that says they did not take anything from Denzel Washington, they a goddamn lie. I'm telling you that right now. Man, okay, Magpie. The topic is change. It's the Truthful Thursday, so we talking change. I'm making y'all laugh because I want everybody to understand this idea of change. But Denzel wore that crown for a hot minute. You had to listen. Every black man in America is taking something from Denzel. Listen, every black man has taken some. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Pamela. Hey, Sam Elliott. I think Sam Elliott might have been. I think Sam Elliott didn't start getting sexy until like after Tom Selleck was on the wane. Listen, white women for some reason they was going after them rugged, deep voice dudes. Well, I love you, and I'll always love you. With their mustache, Sam Elliott's had that mustache for a hot minute, man. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to change with white sexiness, y'all every 15 minutes y'all get one. Shit. That's why we stopped watching them. But some have universal sexiness. Like Jeff Goldblum. Like I don't know how that happened, but there's some black women that swear by Jeff Goldblum. They'll tell you in a heartbeat, Jeff who? Wait a minute, Jeff Goldblum? That Jeff Goldblum? Shit. They still remember him sitting in the chair with his shirt open in Jurassic Park. But see, that's the thing, Samantha. You probably are right because Denzel was knocking everybody's ass out. You know, Don Cheadle might have got some. Wesley Snipes got a little bit until they found out he can like throw a punch and shit. You know, Giancarlo Esposito had a little bit. Lawrence, I remember some people talking about Lawrence Fishburne and Deep Cover being sexy, but Denzel held on to that crown for a hot minute. I think, and I think it was Idris and Stringer Bell. That's when Denzel finally said, "All right, you can have this crown." Listen, black sexiness. We had a couple of, you know what I mean? We didn't have like y'all had Burt Reynolds to Tom Selleck to Tom Cruise to goddamn Brad Pitt. Y'all was changing them some bitches out like tires. Like, you know what I mean? Morning Wolfie all the way over from Australia. What's up, brother? So we're gonna talk about change this morning. It's a Truthful Thursday. Y'all know that. And this is what we do on Truthful Thursday. I want to get y'all laughing because I want to get y'all thinking in a minute. Listen, change. I think that is America's biggest problem. We have a problem with change. And I don't know why. I don't understand. What is it about change that bothers people so much? Like we were just talking. Billy D to Denzel to Idris Elba to Michael B. Jordan or Chadwick Boseman or something like that. That is change. It doesn't mean that what was already there is bad. It just means that people's tastes change. What constitutes beauty, you know, the beauty standards in the world always change because they're always looking for heroin chic that can sell them a bunch of shit. I'm talking about natural beauty. We grow old. You know, our bodies change. We have to start learning how to live within the confines of the things that we have. So I want to talk about change this morning. Like even with me, even with myself, I am learning more and more that I've changed. You know what I mean? Like you go through it's growth. It's the idea of you see yourself in this area, and then until you do something else, you don't see yourself in another area. So we're gonna talk about change this morning, right? But I did want to start off with, if JD Vance don't shut his bitch ass up and stop calling them people in the Young Republicans group chat children, I'm gonna smack the shit out of him. Good morning, little mama. Good morning. Let me tell y'all something. JD Vance called them people kids. He said children. Oh, you blowing it out of proportion. Just a bunch of kids. Some of them people got 401ks, sir. Get your funky ass out of here with that change, children shit. Soon as he said that, hell is wrong with you? Children. I think the mainstream media is blowing it out of proportion. It's a bunch of young people. Some of them are in college. Some of these people are 40 and having sex with people to make children. You don't sit your goofy ass down with that stupid shit. He really said that. He really said that. I couldn't believe it either. So we're gonna talk about change, but I just wanted to make sure that JD Vance got the funk face that he deserved. Oh man. We at it again, kids. I love y'all to death. Godzilla -1 inhale. Let's have ourselves a goddamn good day today, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to a Truthful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee. Boom. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the Villain. My title and designation is the Brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild. And literally, even though your mom found Tom Selleck and Denzel Washington and Sam Elliott sexy, it wasn't until she saw me while I was walking past in a store and she was in the cucumber aisle that she realized that some sexy is eternal, and that eternal would be me. Merv is in the building. Good morning, Merv. How you feeling? Yeah, some of y'all mamas saw me walking past while they were in the fruit and vegetable aisle, and they looked at your daddy and was like, you know, that's never getting old. It's never getting old. That is never, ever, ever getting old. I will find a reason to go. Before I begin today's festivities, I greet you in the universal greeting of the coffee beans.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
Y'all had a chance to change the world till the coffee beans got up. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Y'all were like, today's my day. And then the coffee beans started getting up. He was like, oh, shit. As soon as the coffee beans showed up, your day went like, I hope I don't get sued by the Prince Estate for that shit. But that's just funny to me. And it answers so many questions. Hey, you gonna be with me or you not gonna be with me? Listen, your dad, just because your dad voted for Donald Trump doesn't mean you can't come to Christmas dinner. Are you coming to Christmas dinner? I want you to vote for me in the next primary election. My name is Herschel Walker. Listen, I'll try to give y'all $1 million worth of game for $9.99, okay? Charmaine dying over here. Hey, somebody go check on Charmaine. Charmaine dying over here. Y'all go over there and talk to Charmaine. She died over here. Hold on. Tracina's like, today brought to you by the sound. I cannot with your ass today. Yes, you can, Charmaine. God damn it. Come on, we in this together, damn it. Oh shit. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. Brisepolis the cactus always in our hearts. Always in our hearts. Always in our hearts. Love you, B-Self. Get your C's. Turtle sideways. Raise them in the air and acknowledge your coffee bean. OCB, 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 OCB. Why you got your hand up there? Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a high five. Love on you, some you, for the very best part of this show, the coffee beans. Best part of waking up is hanging out with
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
some of y'all. Every morning when I say that, y'all be like, y'all screwed up. Somebody really screwed up and let me find that clip and get it. Now I got messed up. Hey, what do y'all expect? I mean, seriously. I do this for the love of the game. Morning, Nana, I love you. I do this for the love of the game. TikTok ain't paying me. I do this for the love of the game, baby. All right. I needed this laugh all week. Thank you. Thank you for letting me help make you laugh. All right. Just wanted y'all to know that Coco never approves of what we're doing here. Okay. Coco is always looking at us like that. I'm just saying. All right. So let's talk about today's subject. Change. It is becoming quite apparent that America, as we were all taught and led to believe, is a lie. This might hurt some people's feelings, but it's true. All of this shit's a lie, kids. All of it. Because America does not want to embrace change. They don't. Far too many people are comfortable with the way things are right now or the way things were in the past. That's why they want to only hold on to certain parts of the past. You know, slavery was so long ago, but let's keep flying the Confederate flag. You know what I'm saying? It used to be cool to make offensive slurs towards Jewish people, but why can't we do that anymore? You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Women used to be in the kitchen, in the bedroom, but they're in boardrooms now, and I don't like it. So in other words, change is inevitable. It is. Change is inevitable. The reason I say change is inevitable is this. Nothing stays the same forever. You know, all of you young people, you may look at old people and laugh, but please understand, if you get the opportunity to live to be that long, you too will look like that. Age is change personified. Every birthday, every single birthday brings you a step closer to the end of your life. Now, I understand that might scare a couple of people, but it is true. It's true, kids. The only thing you're promised when you come into this thing is that you will go out. Or in the immortal words of Jim Morrison, no one here leaves out alive. They don't. Now, what I have always held on to, whether it was in the military, whether it was in college, or now, is this. I want to leave the world better than it was when I found it. And by when I found it was the day I was born. Okay. You know what I mean? My sister Linda turns 63 tomorrow. Tomorrow, 63. My brother Rocky, aka El Santo, aka the Saint, turns 50 on October 24th. Now I'm looking at these two people who I was raised with. Hold on. Unlike Hulk Hogan. April, God damn it, April. 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 April.
Kobe.
Take that 3. Go on, take that 3. Why'd you hit that from the why'd you hit that from the baseball diamond? That's 12 blocks away. What? Come on, April. What are you doing? April. April. April.
Kobe.
Go on, take that. You can have that 3. April, they're talking about unlike Hulk Hogan. And then Magpie.
Kobe.
Why you hit back to back? Why you hit back to back? Magpie's like, I'm like Charlie Kirk. Hey.
Kobe.
Go on, take that. Were you in the same wade pool in the baseball diamond? What kind of shit is this? So, with change being an inevitability, it should only matter what you leave in this world. How do you leave this world better than you found it? All of this came out because some jackass in Canada with like 200 goddamn accounts called me evil. Called me evil. Which I made a video about it, but I really do want to expand on it. Not him, because why would I do that? He looks like a partially shaved Canadian moose. He does. Look like a partially shaved Canadian moose. But it brought back something to me. There was a time in American history where a guy like me couldn't say half the shit that I said, not without ending up in a tree, right? Which, by the way, black people do not hang themselves from trees. I don't give a shit what you say. I don't care how many times you mark it as suicide. We don't do that. That is not what we do. And stop acting like it is. But there was a time in American history where I couldn't say half the shit that I say. My dad couldn't say half the shit that I say. Hold up. Wolfie says, can I point something serious out? Have you noticed every presidential aircraft has never had a problem, yet Trump is in office this time, and both Marine One and the VP's plane have both had issues? Yeah, Wolfie, because they out here racing and tearing the shits up. Trust me on that one. So to see the world as I see it, and to know that there was a time that my father could not say half the shit that I say, that is change. That is change. My older sister tells me all the time, I am doing, just with this shit, I am doing something my father was never able to do, which is use his voice to affect change or anything like that. Now, I'm not saying that my father couldn't have done it. He absolutely could have. You know, he was a very intimidating, imposing figure, but I don't think he was given the avenues and the resources to do so. So every day I get in front of these cameras, every day I get in front of these microphones, I take that seriously because I am doing something that my father was not able to do. Now, from my father not being able to do it to me doing it, that is called change. That's change. I hope the day comes where somebody else, my son or my grandsons or my granddaughters or whoever, is able to take what I've done and go further. That is change. Evolution is change, people. It is. One of the reasons I never believed in that big book of bad ideas is this idea that God got up one morning and said, no, they're gonna make a universe. There's some light and there's some darkness. No, because that takes the idea of progress away from humanity. Y'all understand that? Every religion that tells you that all of this going on is the hand of the words of or actions of an invisible God, they're taking away progress. They're taking away progress, right? It's one of the things that, again, you learn this when you get older, but it is a guarantee the moment you are born that you will die. Okay? So all of the things that build up towards your last moments on this plane of existence is constant change over and over and over. It's progression over and over and over. But why are we where we are right now in America? You would think a country that calls itself the greatest in the world, the greatest in the history of the world, you would think half of the problems or 3/4 of the problems that we suffer in America would have been solved by now, right? Right? We are the greatest country on earth, yet homeless people still exist. Homeless people still exist. There are people that woke up this morning in a park, in a tent underneath a bridge, behind dumpsters. So if we're so great, how come that hasn't been fixed? We're the greatest country on earth, yet there is a thing called food deserts. You know what a food desert is? A food desert is you live in a certain area, and however much distance there is between your front door and the nearest supermarket should be in a place where you can walk to it. There are a lot of places that don't have that. We're the greatest country on earth. You mean to tell me we still have things called food deserts? We're the greatest country on earth. Yet the minimum wage has not moved since 2009. And people are upset at people that work those minimum wage jobs. America's greatness, that sloganeering that we do, is stopping America from progressing. Y'all understand that, right? Y'all do understand that. It is stopping the United States from progressing into anything better than what it already is. In 2025, we have technology that allows me to simultaneously stream to one social media application, stream to another social media application, stream to a radio station. Yet, we still have people ignorant about things. Our education has gone down. Our standing in the world is going down. So how exactly can we? Those slogans are what's stopping progress. Y'all understand that, right? Those slogans are what's stopping progress. Sloganeering is what's stopping American progress. The believing in that sloganeering is stopping American progress. It is. Flat out, it is. And the reason it is stopping it, morning sis, I love you, is that when you hear greatest, best, most greatest and shit like that, you don't have to improve. You don't. There is no time for self-reflection. There is no time for sitting down and reassessing the things that you believed in when you were 25, the things that you believe in 55, and the things you believe at 85. There's no time for it. None. All you get is, well, I'm the greatest and I ain't got to change. It's that arrogance, I think, that bothers me the most. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I, in no way, shape, form, or fashion, have ever considered myself perfect. I always have room to grow. Always. I am growing as a radio show host. I am. If you go back to the very first episode of The Sound of Coffee, I was a nervous piece of shit. I was just rambling around about nothing. There was no soundboard. There was no sound effects. There was nothing. I was just, Here it is. Over a year later, I am more in control of this, right? Each one of you, when you get up in the morning, you are trying to literally do better than you did the day before. That's the only goal. Did I do better than I did yesterday? In the process of that, you also wonder, did I learn something I didn't know yesterday? You know what I mean? But when a country calls itself the greatest, there's no room for improvement. None. There is no room for improvement. Not a single one. Morning, Sinai. How's school going? How is school going? Stars in the building. Which leads me to Donald Trump. I know. As soon as I said it, everybody's like, I know. But we have to. Because in order for us to truly have this conversation about change, you're right, Sinai, he did, and I'm like tore up about that. Like death out here doing the most and ain't doing the one thing that we all wanted to do. But anyway, the physical manifestation of America's arrogance is Donald Trump. In all the ways I just talked about. America's arrogance is best exemplified by that man. Like, he's the perfect president for these times. He is the perfect president for these times. Someone who is so, who believes they're on this so much that they feel no need to change. None. Do y'all remember when that man was asked, does he have anything he has to repent for? And he said no. When I heard that, I was like, hey, yo, are you for real right now, dog? Like, Donald Trump represents opulence at its highest order. Even though it's chintzy, it's covered in gold flakes, it's you know, got lead in the back of it, he still represents opulence at its highest order. And opulence is where a lot of people choose or think they are going to be. I'm going to be like that one day. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. I realize that coming from the background I come from, the only way I'm going to make a dent, i.e., be famous or whatever the hell you want to call it, right, is for me to do something. I got to do something. Donald Trump got that from being born. And instead of him being like every other rich trust fund kid and just spending the money on jet setting and buying goofy watches and sleeping around with models and shit, he decided he wanted to be into politics. But he came into politics with the idea that he is perfect. Hi, Mom, Name, what's going on, brother? Only I can fix it. Like, for real, be honest with yourself. If a man came in your life, you're working, you're trying to raise 2 kids as a single mother and shit, and he shows up and is like, hey, baby, I can fix all of this. Only I can fix your life. If you believe him, you're a goddamn idiot. Like, women know. Women know. Hey, girl, I can fix all your problems. Y'all look at him like, you're not staying there for that. You are not staying there for that. You're not. But he literally had people believing this shit. Look how many farmers are losing their farms because they believe that. Miss Mackey said Boap. Really, Miss Mackey? Hey, if Mr. Mackey came into your life and said, hey, girl, all you need is a little bit of me, I can fix all your problems. Which one you giving him, to this? Or are you giving him the Boap? Make a decision, Miss Mackey. Make a goddamn decision. If Mr. Mackey came in and said that shit to you, you'd be like, hey, sir, get out of my face. But Miss Mackey's silly as hell. Definitely the Boap. Definitely the Boap. Look how many farmers are now going to lose their farms because they believed in Donald Trump's perfection. Look how many people. Listen, I'm mad that they ain't coming out no more. Remember the people that said they was getting a $5,000 check from Doge? Do y'all remember that? I know y'all don't. Listen, it was a couple of months ago. I know damn well y'all didn't forget that. Them people out here talking about we getting a $5 check from Doge. They was out there acting like this. Only the rest of us was like, man, get out of here. Go over there. Exactly, Magpie. As soon as they didn't get it, they stopped talking about it. But that's Donald Trump. He is an illusion. he is an illusion. He is like a reminder that, oh, you don't have to change. You don't. Everything's perfect right now. And if you don't believe me, I'll tell you it over and over and over again. That's not how life works, kids. That is not how life works. Nothing stays the same. I am not the same. But when you believe slogans, you fail to change. You don't change. You stay stagnant. America gave itself slogans and then they did not do anything to improve, which is what you would think you'd want to do as a functioning goddamn society. You would want to change. I say this over and over. I'm 53. I'll be 54 in December. At 70, y'all shouldn't be listening to me. Or better yet, if you are listening to me, it is to co-sign a new, younger, dynamic voice. I told y'all I got into this TikTok fame shit late. I didn't get these followers when I was 25 or 21. So my progression is literally to make the world better, not to get brand deals and shit. That's why, if you notice, Annabelle with the $5 super chat, the head of Argentina and Israel are distant cousins, could explain the billions we gave them while our farmers drowned. Annabelle, I would not be shocked. I wouldn't be. I would not be shocked, Annabelle. I wouldn't. It's my job and my responsibility to literally get out of the goddamn way when a new, younger, dynamic voice comes forward. You know, I remember telling my brother Rocky, El Santo, as y'all know him. This was 2008. I think it was 2007, 2008, right? Because I had to apologize to my brother for something that I didn't do. I wanted to do, but I didn't. And, you know, we got to tears. It was crying because we're brothers. Things like that happen. And I remember telling him, you know, our dad is dead. Dad's been gone for a long time. The McCormick name belongs to us. And we can do whatever we want to with it because it's ours. Dad has passed away. It's our name now. We can do what we want with it. We can make it as great or as small as we want it. It belongs to us. And he's like, yeah, you're right. So yeah. Dad had a bunch of kids. There's a lot of McCormicks running out there. There is. But right now, it's just us. We are the sons of Robert and Martha. The name belongs to us. So my brother went and got an associate's degree in computer engineering as a McCormick. I went and got a bachelor's degree in communications as a McCormick. I had a military career that I was honorably retired from as a McCormick. I married not once, but twice, two very, very good, very beautiful women. One when I was very young, the other one when I was a little bit older, as a McCormick. Ghost Claw Productions, LLC is listed under me as a McCormick. When I die, I don't know who is going to be sitting here. I don't. I'm being dead ass honest with y'all. I'm not even playing. There are some people I have eyeballed to take over this job. You know, I feel like Johnny Carson. It's a morning institution, the sound of coffee over on Ghost Claw Productions Radio. The longtime host Thomas Bishop, aka Thomas McCormick, is stepping down. He's retiring from the microphone, and he's now looking for a successor who will be hosting the Sound of Coffee. I mean, T. Nathan could do it, but that's listen. Listen, the Sound of Coffee gonna be a little bit different than T. Nathan hosted. Oh no, so now Johnny Carson been gone. Johnny Carson been out of there. Let me tell you something. Yep. The Sound of Coffee gonna be a little bit different if T. Nathan is sitting in this chair. Listen, all the little quirky things y'all love about this show, it's out of there. T. Nathan gonna bring y'all in. T. Nathan gonna have y'all beefing on bacon in the morning. I'm dead ass. T. Nathan gonna have y'all mad at y'all goddamn oatmeal. Yeah, I didn't know oatmeal was connected to slavery. He gonna have y'all mad at New Balances. What you mean? New Balances has a connection to the triangle slave trade. Jer, I would hope not. I go, somebody else comes in, they start hosting the Sound of Coffee. I hope it's a different show. I do. Because again, that's change. Tracina said, T. Nathan gonna have us all mad and never raises his smooth voice. Exactly. Yeah. Do you know when I talk about these Rocket Raccoons? Let me tell you about one of the Rocket Raccoons this morning. This person, and I use that term loosely, but anyway, I digress. Listen, he gonna have about 200 mad ass people driving to work in the morning. Y'all in trouble. Y'all are in goddamn trouble. T. Nathan, listen, by the time T. Nathan finished his very tight 2-hour schedule, at the end of it, y'all could be like, yeah, and I ain't never using no goddamn Q-tips because that cotton was illegally pulled out from Sierra Leone. He gonna have y'all knowing that the cotton and cotton swabs was picked by some slave labor in the Congo. Y'all ain't ready for that. Listen, y'all are not ready for that. I love T. Nathan. Listen, I love T. Nathan with all of my absolute heart. He is one of my closest friends. I genuinely love that man. But there's no line. Bruh, man will have your ass out here ready to kick it off, boy. He gonna have white people punching white people in the face for saying white people shit. What'd you say about my mother, Doug? 2 hours of that silky voice every morning. Mm-mm. By Friday, somebody police station getting burnt down. And I love that man. I love the shit out of him. But he knows. We've had these conversations. Like, hey, bro, T, listen, I can't put you in the morning. I'm not trying to get the whole station sued. Listen, I'm not trying to get the whole station sued because you somehow had a bunch of furries tear down a police station in Baltimore, dog. To the furry community, you all who dress up like animals, let me explain to you how your government has you out here dressed up like an animal while they take 85% of your check. Let's get it. Like, by the time it's done, every furry in America gonna be burning down a police station. That is the power of T. Nathan. That's why I love that man. Hold on. Jay Thomas said she'd wear it. She'd watch. Listen, T. Nathan will make Jay Thomas, will turn Jay Thomas into Asada Shakur. I'm not playing. That ain't even a bad thing. That ain't even a bad thing. That is not even a bad thing. Listen, one morning of T. Nathan hosting his goddamn show, Jay Thomas will turn into Asada Shakur, man. She's gonna be a revolutionary. But I don't know who will sit in this chair when I'm gone. But that's the point. When I go, everything that this show is about goes. So the next person to sit there isn't sitting in my shadow. They are change, inevitable change. And I think that's what a lot of us here in America have gotten really, really wrong about our place in the world. We were supposed to grow with the rest of the planet, not try to stand out amongst the continents and the countries on this planet. We never learned that. You know, think about it. We never, ever learned that because we were never told to learn it. When I tell y'all are part of the global community, what do y'all think? If you, all right, like I'll give you an example. Wolfie's in Australia. I believe Magpie is in Germany. I think Magpie's in Germany. Leggy Lady's in Scotland. Okay, so Magpie's in Germany. Leggy Lady's from Scotland. Professor Moriarty's from the UK. Cindy Bill, who uses my videos all the time. Shout out to her. I love everything that you do, Cindy Bill. Thank you. She's from Africa. She's from I believe she's from South Africa. I'm gonna just say South Africa, but I'm not sure. That's the reach of the world. Why is it that America's always taught that we're better than every place I just named? Why? What makes us better? You can't say freedom. You can't say liberty. Eugene, exactly. Eugene from Kenya. Thank you, big sis. We are a part of a community. And when you think about it in that way, wars make you sick. Poverty makes you sick. Starvation makes you sick. Abuse of people who are marginalized, who have nothing, at the hands of powerful despots. Those things make you sick because what you are seeing is a stagnant world that is still trying to change and stay stagnant at the same time. You can't do that. Can't do that, fam. You gotta make a decision. You have to make a decision. And America's arrogance is the reason that we have not truly changed. Do y'all understand? We have money to blow up boats in the Venezuelan waters, but we don't have universal health care. We are the only industrialized industrialized country on the face of the earth that does not have universal health care. Make that make sense. Exactly, Wolfie. No one is better than anyone else. But America, the sloganeering that America has will have you believe that America is the greatest country on earth. And if you've never left the continental United States, if you've never left the United States, period, to go anyplace else, you will believe that. You will believe that. The problem is you shouldn't. The problem is that is a lie. All the way around, that is a lie. It always has been. There's never been any empirical proof that America is the greatest country on earth. None. Like I said, we're so great, yet we don't have universal health care. You know what I'm saying? How are you great and ain't got universal health care? Why do people have to go into poverty for their health to be better? Why is it that there are so many people who literally are walking around here with life-threatening illnesses and injuries, but they can't afford to go walk into a clinic or an emergency room to get it fixed? Greatest countries don't do that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, what I have always said is America's not the landmass, the bald eagle, the flag, none of that shit, right? Exactly. Queen Hendrik, exactly. Been through Europe, and at the time I went through, we are mediocre. We are a mediocre country. I'm sorry. Argue with your goddamn mama. Do not argue with me. You cannot tell me that America's great and the only thing you're talking about is nuclear weapons and the military. No. America's human beings. Human beings that adapt, they change, they grow, they lose, they love, they laugh, they get mad, they get sad. But more than anything, people change. How is it that our elected leaders still think anything like universal health care, universal free education is socialist? So what's wrong with it? If we are taking care of the people rather than taking care of the apparatuses, don't you think America would be better as a whole? I mean, I do. I do. I think if you take care of the people, everything else seems to fall in place. Do you know how much better a worker will be if they're working a job that gives them pays them a wage that they're able to take care of themselves and their families? That means pay their bills, nothing's late, get food in the house so that everybody can eat, make sure they have cars that are working, they have daycare and things of that nature. Do you understand how hard a person would work at a job if a job offered them those exact things? Imagine if there was a nationwide push to understanding people as they are, not as we want them to be, as they are. So you meet a trans woman. You're a woman, you meet a trans woman going to the bathroom, right? Hold on. I was on with our guy. Oh, yes. Hey, Queen, I apologize. I need to start doing that more often. But imagine you go to the bathroom. You got to take a dump. You got to take a five alarm Taco Bell bean burrito shit, right? You know what I mean? Like that. One of them ones that like it's been building up. It's like that Ashford and Simpson song. It's building up. It's building up. It's building up, and now it's solid. Now you really got to take a shit. You really got to take a shit. You woman really got to take a shit. You're walking in, and there's a trans woman walking in behind you. Is that trans woman hurting you to take this shit? No. But imagine if you just accepted, oh shit, that's a woman, and then gone about taking that dump, right? Imagine how much better the world would be if we met people where they were and not where we want them to be. Where we want them to be is steady in this one area, right? But people change. That's what you have to accept. A woman needing to take a upper deck shit should not give a damn who is shitting in the next stall. I'm sorry. I mean, you know what I mean? I wear black fingernails and I have hoop earrings. I have earrings, period. I got 2 earrings in my ear. Imagine if men saw that and in no way, shape, form, or fashion were they bothered by it. Oh, wow, I've seen men that look like this. Oh, he's different. That's change. That's change. First time seeing me, you're like, wow, I really like what this guy does. I like his stuff. So now you want to force women. If you don't get your bitch ass out of this goddamn show, ladies and gentlemen, we got one in here. Find the black supremacy. Now, put it in your mouth and spin. I want you to find, seriously, I want you to find the black supremacy, right? I want you to find it. Then I want you to put it all in your jaw meat. All right? I want you to put it all in your jaw meat. And while you're choking on it, I want you to think of, I couldn't have stayed out of here. I should have stayed out of this live. And now I'm over here gobbling down.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
Get your funky ass out of here. We stop black supremacy. Again, they literally right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This current raging of white supremacy, this current overexposure of racism is an example of what I'm talking about. You only bring up those stereotypes because you cannot change. Think about that. One of my favorite jokes is the fact that they've never updated the racism, sexism, homophobia, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, transphobia, and ableist playbook. They see a Jewish person, they got the same tired ass insults and stereotypes about Jewish people. They see a black person, same tired stereotypes about a black person. The shit ain't changed. They think new shit like watermelon people are somehow spoiled. Wink, wink. They'll never get it. Wink, wink. Bitch, we got it, dumbass. Like, good morning, Kimbra. Kimbra, this is your first time being here. Kimbra, I think this is your first time being a part of the Sound of Coffee. Well, good morning and welcome to the Sound of Coffee. Like, come on. Basketball Americans, wink, wink, they'll never get that. Bitch, we know what you're doing. You talk about black folks. That's like globalist is the laziest way to say Jew I've ever heard in my life. You know, we're going to stop the cabal of the global. You meant Jews, didn't you? Yeah. Like, bitch, are you for real right now, globalist? No, bitch, you meant Jew. Get your ass out of here. Orange monkey diaper. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. These people have not changed anything. Why do you think when it comes to gay, they call them fruit? What? No damn fruit. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? These people do not like the idea of sharing a country or a planet for that matter with people that they think are less than them. And that bullshit thinking literally comes straight from not wanting change. Hold on. That literally comes from not wanting change. They elected a guy that made them feel good about not wanting change. They did. They elected him. Donald Trump is a perfect example. He is stagnation in a changing world. He is stagnation in a changing world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something. Hold on to your hats. You know, we don't have to go to war with China. We don't have to go to war with China. You understand that, right? We don't have to go to war with anybody. We really don't. If we respect the countries that we are in, and not quote unquote looking out for the quote unquote American interest, we don't have to go to war with anybody. Like at all. Never. We never have to go to war with anybody. But then again, and let me make this abundantly clear, the police as law enforcement has existed since the slave patrols. You don't have to be over militarized. You can go into Black communities and actually get to know the people in there. That way you're not treating every single person as a criminal in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do these things. We don't have to go to war. We don't. And that is the part about change a lot of people don't like. That is the part about change a lot of people don't like. Because your growth can't be bigger than their profit margin. I said exactly what I said. Don't worry about it, psychedelic auntie. We got you. Welcome in. Your growth cannot be bigger than their profit margin. Do you know why we don't have free college education in America? Because there's money in it. There's money in it. If they gave you a free education, they don't make no money. Think about this. There used to be a time where homeless people ate out of dumpsters. Dumpsters. So rather than us solving the problem of why a human being would have to dive into a dumpster to eat food out of it, what did they do? They started pouring bleach on their own trash. Bleach and Pine Sol, just so that somebody wouldn't eat it. The problem is easy to solve. If you got so much food that you're throwing it in the trash in the first place, give it to somebody who could eat it. That's a simple problem. But that messes up the profit margin. That messes up the profit margin. We are not changing. We are not growing. We are not becoming a better nation because there's a profit in keeping us where we are. Some of those socialist countries, the ones y'all swear up and down are so bad. By the way, if you notice, anytime a right winger wants to talk about socialism, they always bring up Venezuela and they never bring up Scandinavia. Never notice. You notice why? Because Venezuela is under a dictatorship and they're brown. Scandinavia is filled with white people. You can't, it doesn't look good when you start trying to pick on your own. Like, no. Bored is because TikTok has turned my shit off. I don't know. If you want to cash app me something, my cash app's in my bio. The reason America doesn't change is because there's money in it. There is money in keeping your ass sick. Let me say that again. There is money in keeping your ass sick. Think about a loved one that you lost through a heart attack, cancer, HIV, AIDS, something like that. Think about that. Think about that for just a second. You've lost family members. I've lost family members to different things. If there was a cure for the things that took my father off this planet, I would want my father to have it. Like, let's say there's a experimental drug that people have been working on, but it puts all cancers in your body in remission. I would have had 27 more years with my dad. I would have had 27 more years with my father. He would have been here for me getting married, me joining the army, me deploying, the radio station. My dad would have been here for all of that. But the money was in that chemotherapy. The money was in, repeated tests and things of that nature. There was money in the way my father died. I'm just saying. There was money in the way my uncle died. Brain and lung cancer. There was money in the way my grandfather died. Brain cancer. So there was, and there is, ways to keep people's lives going. A better quality of life. Those three words, quality of life, is something that you don't start worrying about until you start realizing that there are certain things that your body can no longer do. Change, right? There's so many problems America could fix, but there's no profit margin in it. None. That is going to be an epitaph on every single one of our graves. Every single one. We could have fixed it, but there was no profit margin in it. There is a profit margin in war. War is change, but it's the most brutal kind. It is the most disgusting and destructive kind of change. Nobody learns shit in war except how to kill people. Again, sloganeering is what got us here. There's no profit margin in fixing it. And the best way to solve it is to go to war with everybody. Be at war forever. But what do you learn out of that? What do you learn out of that? What do you learn? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a gun owner. But that's not my personality. There really isn't. Like, unless I told y'all, would y'all have even known? Would any of you have even known had I not said anything? Because my personality is not wrapped up in that. Because for every bullet that's in there, for every bottle of gun oil, for every thing that I buy to clean my weapon, to properly maintain my weapon, it's all for one purpose. It's to satisfy the weapon. It's to satisfy the inanimate object, which only has one purpose, and that's to take people off the senses. If I come to you in love, if I come to you in respect, if I come to you with the understanding that the person I'm speaking to is a human being, we have a chance to argue, we have a chance to fight, or we have a chance to fellowship, a chance to share different experiences, to come up with different ideas that make your life better, my life better, and everybody else's life around us. All a gun does is change the narrative. I'm here, you're there, I shoot you, you go. That's the only thing that changed. That's how America thinks. That's how America thinks. We steal bad ideas from the world. We never steal any good ones. Canada has universal health care. UK has universal health care. Canada's above us, the UK's across the water. You mean to tell me we can steal a whole bunch of other shit like nuclear secrets, but we can't steal the idea of of universal health care? Kiss my ass. Come on, man. I am not of the thought process that I have to be protected everywhere I go. I want to make friends in China. I want to make friends in Japan. I've made friends in Korea. I've made friends with Filipino people. I know Canadians. I've been friends with them. I have been friends with Mexicans. I want to make connections more than I want to dominate. I don't want to dominate. I don't. I am not a dominant type person. I am violent when violence is brought to me. But other than that, I am literally trying to make a friend before I do any goddamn thing else. I don't like fighting. Fighting is the war you were in, comrade, had 52 countries involved. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to fight. I hate fighting. I hate the violence of fighting. I hate it. But I will do it if I have to defend that house where my wife and my daughter, where my grandkids come. You come in there to harm any of them. I am determined to change your status on this planet to no longer here. If I see you out in the street, you have watched my videos, you can't stand me, but you walk up to me with respect, I will give that respect back to you. I don't like to fight, but I will. Because to me, I want my worldview to grow. I want to know things about people's lives that I had no idea. I always use her as an example, but it's only because she is one of the nicest, sweetest human beings I've ever had the pleasure of being associated with and mutuals with. Mary Greenberg. Mary Greenberg has an adoption story. Mary Greenberg has an intersex story. That is something that is fascinating to me. And when Mary tells her story and I get a chance to listen or watch it, that is an honor to me. So when Mary comes in, Under the Sound of Coffee, I don't belittle her. I never do. I never do. Because her perspective is different than mine, and I need that in my life. Sanai is in high school kid. I am so proud of her. Never met Sanai in my life, but I'm proud of her. What I am giving to Sanai is the same thing I'm giving Magpie. I'm going to talk about Magpie in a second. I want Sanai to have a life that has more meaning, more love, more understanding. I want Sanai to experience the world, the highs, the lows, the heartbreaks, and the stirring love of humanity. And if I can do that simply by talking about Sanai, then I think I've done my job. Magpie. I don't really have words to tell you how proud I am of them. I don't. I get the honor of watching as Magpie becomes the person they have always been destined to be. That is change, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Why is it only in this country do we consider it bad? Why are so many people fixated with the funny mustache man who's been dead since 1940 something? Erica Baker with $1.99 super chat. Thanks for being great and showing your true colors. The honor is mine, Erica. The honor is mine. Why would you be fixated on somebody who brought nothing but pain and suffering to human beings? Why? My heroes are freedom fighters. My heroes are people that believed and had conviction in belief. My heroes are people that stood on for something greater than themselves, knowing that they might not even be there to benefit from it, but the rest of the world did. The funny mustache man brought none of that. None of it. I don't give a damn what you say, it's what you do. You can talk about how you want to see a stronger Germany and a better Germany, this, that, and the third. Bitch, that's not what you did, though, is it? You went and took lives in order to try to find this better. Why y'all fixated with that dude? That's not change, ladies and gentlemen. The Funny and the Mustache Man represents stagnation in its purest goddamn form. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. Wolfie says, Thomas Bishop, I'm going to turn 37 soon, but since I started watching this show, I have learned a whole lot and I'm still learning. And that's why I love you, Wolfie. That's why. That's why. That's why I love you. Because you are learning and changing. The Funny Mustache Man, just like King Leopold, just like Stalin, they represent stagnation. Exactly respect. They're modeling themselves after a guy who he himself was modeling himself after the shit we were already doing. Congratulations, America. That's the one thing we could spread to the planet now, isn't it? I want my country to best reflect that change. That change, ladies and gentlemen. I want that change. My heroes were freedom fighters. My heroes fought on principle that wasn't driven by bad self-reflection or what have you, which is why they try to bring those heroes down. Said this a couple of days ago. Be careful who they tell you to martyr, who they tell you to celebrate, and who they tell you to vilify. Be careful. Because Colin Kaepernick is bad, but Charlie Kirk is good. Do you see how that works? A principled stance against violence being done to Black and brown and poor communities versus a guy who had a podcast who shit on everybody that wasn't a white man and loved punching down. One, they want you to put on a pedestal, make statues of shit out of. The other one, they want to call him everything exactly, except what he really was. Exactly. Thank you, Annette. We can't protest in America. We can't. We have the sitting Speaker of the House right now, Mike Johnson, calling the No Kings protest, which was started because Donald Trump was acting more and more like a dictator every goddamn day. He's calling that an anti-American protest. But y'all can break y'all asses into the Capitol. Think about it. The No Kings protest. We are standing up against the idea of a monarchy in the United States. It's never had one. It never will have one as long as we're alive. That's anti-American. Because that is progress, ladies and gentlemen. Please understand, that is progress. That is reminding you that you, as an American citizen, were not brought up under a king. You've had presidents, senators, congressmen, vice presidents, governors. You have never had a monarch. You've never had one. That is progress versus the insurrection of January 6th, which was stagnation. They wanted to keep the same guy in the same place doing the same shit. Do you see now what I am talking about, ladies and gentlemen? America fights change. I said what I said. America fights change. Because if they actually fought for change, 90% of the shit that has gone on in this country would not have gone on. 90%. The Civil War would literally have been solved in 15 minutes, maybe less. I'm Lincoln. I don't care if you keep the slaves. I don't care if you don't keep the slaves. I just want to save the Union. You know, we're trying to get more industrialized. We probably don't need these slaves. Probably. Do I think it would have been that easy? No. But it damn sure wouldn't have been what we actually had. Do y'all understand the Civil War was the bloodiest war in American history? Over 650,000 Americans died fighting each other. If America was about forward progress and not stagnation, the funny mustache man would have had nothing to go on, because Jim Crow wouldn't have existed, because they would have actually treated black folks like human beings and not 3/5 of one. Change versus stagnation. Them trying to take history books out, them trying to ban books in America, that is stagnation. Change would be leaving those books there and not only encouraging young people to read them, but talking about them openly, even if they made you feel uncomfortable. Stagnation is, oh, it's all CRT. Oh, it's all DEI. Oh, it's all woke. And therefore, it gives you a reason to keep things as they are, to bring back old tropes, to bring back the idea that this person's has to be centered simply because they are a white man. Do you see what I'm saying? Stagnation. We are all, as Americans, stuck in stagnation. And some of it, I'll give it 70, 80% of it is us. It is, the onus is on us, not the institutions, it's us. I am tired of having a conversation about voting. I am. I shouldn't have to work this hard to get you to do something you should want to do in the first goddamn place. You know why people like Chuck Grassley and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Ed Markey and all the rest of them stay in Congress and in the Senate till they die? Because nobody wants to get rid of them. Do y'all understand we could have had term limits? We could have. If I was to run for Congress today, say I get an itch in my ass, I'm gonna run for Congress, I would stay there for 2 terms. Two terms. And in those 2 terms, I'm going to try to push through every piece of legislation that I think will ever help the American people. Because after that, I'm gone. After that, I am gone. I'm getting out of here. I'm not running for re-election, but people will already know it. I'm going to tell them as soon as, listen, I'm going to tell them, y'all got 2 terms with me. 2. And then I'm out of here. Because I do not want to be the person that stagnates forward progress. Young people, there are young people out there with so many great, fantastic, dynamic, beautiful ideas. Ain't none of us hearing from them, but we got to keep hearing from the goddamn dinosaurs at the top. Make that shit make sense, people. Make that shit make sense. Why should I have to sit down with people I know who hate me? They're not trying to change. They're stagnant. And if you give credence to stagnation, nothing changes. Do y'all hear what I am trying to tell you? If you give breath to stagnation, nothing changes. Not a goddamn thing. You should want to know people outside the continental United States. You should be, every one of y'all should be like, yo, I'm on a live stream with some people from India. Holy shit. Tell me some good things about India. Y'all should want that because it brings a different perspective into your life. And with that different perspective in your life, you actually have the ideas that come about that affect change around the goddamn world. Why is it that the misconception that Jewish people and Muslim people do not get along still persists to this very day? You know it's a lie. You know it's a lie. You know. I had a conversation with somebody that was like, well, you have to look at it from the religious standpoint. No, religion, and I'm going to say this one more time. Faith is a beautiful thing. Spirituality is a beautiful thing. Religion's a goddamn Ponzi scheme. And it is the purest indication of stagnation. It's in the book. It's in the Quran. It's in the Torah. It's in the Bible. It's stagnation. You don't learn anything when you stay in those books. You're supposed to get out there and actually give the good word of Christ. Try to lead people as Muhammad left. You're supposed to do those things. Instead, a bunch of people will grab a book and say, this doesn't change. It's never changed. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because we change. We change. Not just on a surface level. My heart had to change after my father passed away. My heart changed. I was so angry at him. And then he died. I tried to sustain that anger for about 5-6 more years. And I couldn't. The shit was breaking me down. Holding on to hate for someone that no longer even had the capacity to speak to me. It damn near ruined my marriage. It damn near ruined my relationship with my kids. It damn near ruined my life. So you're supposed to let certain things go in order for you to advance as a person. If you throw religion into the shit, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. Morning, Tenchi. Mwah. You are delaying the inevitable, which is change. Change. The idea that you stay the same person from birth to death is ridiculous. Life is gonna life whether your ass is ready for the bitch or not. Life is gonna life. I hold on to 6,000 comic books. Like I said, the whole up part of this attic area, comic books. On my shelves, comic books. I read them, I bag them, I board them. You know what I'm saying? Not for me. I've already read them. I've gotten enjoyment out of bagging and boarding. I've gotten enjoyment out of reading them and oh, this is the secret one which is connected to this. I've gotten my enjoyment out of that. So when I pass away, if my grandkids go in and start reading all these comic books, guess what? They're a little bit more connected to Baba, which then changes how they see me. Change. You cannot live in this world without advancing and changing. America's not the greatest country on earth because we haven't even started the work to try to pretend like we're great. There used to be a time where I had to go in the back to an outhouse because they wouldn't let black people go into their bathrooms. That no longer exists. Why are you opining for it? Why? What the hell do you look like opining and longing for the days where my black ass had to go to an outhouse behind the building because you didn't want black folks in your building? Kiss my ass. There's black folks everywhere. You're going to have to open a bathroom to somebody. Exactly, except for sundown towns are a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Why do you still exist? You had a black president. You have black politicians. You have black teachers, black homeowners. What the hell is a sundown town still doing in 2025? If you don't take that shit down, thinking and believing that somehow We black folks want your shit. Don't nobody want your shit. You are living off of a stereotype. You are stagnant. You are missing out on broadening your life by the people that are in the country. Never mind the rest of the world. That's too big of a, that right there is too big of an ask. Opine is not sad. That's pining. Opine is an opinion. My bad, Joey. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You want to stay like a rock in a stream. What you don't understand is rocks constantly being ran over by water, they're being shaped whether you want them to be or not. You gon' change. It might be easy or it might be hard. But you gon' change. Hey, Joy, don't be sorry, please. Thank you for correcting me. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. You know better than that. You gon' change whether you want to or not. You're a virulent racist man that has a beautiful daughter who gets tired of your racism and goes and marries a black man or an Asian man or a Mexican man. And they have children. Guess what? That's your next generation. You gonna sit on that hatred all the time, or you gonna enjoy them grandkids playing in your beard? Bitch, make a decision. Make a goddamn decision. Shit. You're virulently homophobic and transphobic. And then you have a son that is not only attracted to other men, but is trans himself, becomes a trans woman, marries somebody that truly loves him. You're going to miss out on all of that shit because you want to sit there and talk about, I don't even like the trans. Bitch, you're going to die in that goddamn chair. What is wrong with you? You're going to be the loneliest lonely island son bitch on the planet. What is wrong with y'all? Hey, be safe, Gigi. I will see you tomorrow for Flag on the Play Friday. What is wrong with you? My grandkids are like literally the best thing ever. Do I always take advantage of the time to spend with them? No, I don't. I need to. I should. That's the next generation. They want to come into Baba's barn or the barn. They want to come in and watch me do this. Hey, Baba, can you put this on? They want that. But that's change. That is change. America has to get over itself. Exactly, Magpie. Transphobia is tied to misogyny. It is. We got to get past this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done. Like, I don't want to hear another goddamn slogan about the greatness of this country. I don't. And I'm a veteran. I don't want to hear none of that shit. None of it. Because it's followed by emptiness. It is followed by emptiness. I'm the greatest. I'm part of the greatest country ever. And I just walk out the room. Hold on. Whoa. Hey, Playboy. Hey, Playboy. What do you mean you are part of the great what? Excuse me?
Oh, brother. Whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
They still want us to celebrate the founding of this bitch by a dude that never found America. Which, by the way, the Christopher Columbus holiday to begin with was a compromise because they lynched some Italians in Louisiana after the death of a cop, and the Italian government was like, we ain't messing with America. So they came up with a compromise. One of the things that they brought with that compromise was Christopher Columbus Day. Go look it up. You want to celebrate a dude that didn't do nothing? That's some stagnant shit. That is some stagnant ass shit. Come on, kids, let's go celebrate a dude that couldn't drive. Like, what kind of shit is that? Hazel Flash said, I relieved my father of those thoughts by telling I was gay and kept it going until he changed. That's what I'm talking about. Hazel living their life. I'm going to just say their Hazel. Hazel living their life changed their father. Like, you ain't got no choice in the matter, bitch. At all. And Taz and Chaos and Angry will tell you, I have had like almost panic attack nightmares over the stagnation in the Villains Guild. I don't like that. I want it to change. I do. I like change. I don't like stagnation. I don't. I do not. I've told me, Taz, Chaos, Angry, I've talked about this with them before. I've talked about it with E before. I don't like stagnation. I don't like the idea of none of us moving forward. To hell with that shit. Because stagnation does not lead to any sort of understanding about anything. And this is an organization I helped found. I damn sure don't like it in my country. Why do we believe the myths? Why? Why are there still people on the Trump train? Why? That man lied to you. Like, I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to have to put the emphasis on it. Some of y'all just ain't going to like it, but goddamn it has to be said. Donald Trump lied to you. Repeatedly. Donald Trump lied to you. Donald Trump lied to you. He looked you dead in your goddamn face and lied to you. I get it. Politicians lie all the time. Don't worry about it, dog. I understand it. But Donald Trump lied in the beginning. He lied to your face. He promised you shit that it was impossible for him to do, and he ain't got the capacity to do. Donald Trump is not a brilliant scientist. He's a used car salesman. Of course he's going to promise y'all some shit. You know what I mean? Hey, be safe, Joy. Be safe. Hey, have the best day possible, Joy. Know that we love you over here. Man's looked y'all in the face and lied to you. Lied to you, to your face. And he's been doing it for 10 goddamn years. Ladies, how many times do you have to physically catch your man cheating on you before you bone out? How many times? How many times? I'm talking about you come home. You come home. He is balls deep. She is on the floor. He's on the floor. They're on the floor. And all you can hear from him is,
swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you?
How many times? A lot of y'all are saying one, and I believe you. This has been 10 years a lie. Every time that man opened his mouth, there's a lie coming. Every time. Do you understand? He got mad in 2025 about a deal he made in 2020. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Man said, whoever made this deal is a horrible deal and we had to change it and make a better deal. Bitch, it was you. You made the deal, stupid. This man has been lying to y'all for 10 goddamn years. Do you know what comes with him lying to your asses for 10 goddamn years? Do you know what believing them goddamn lies for 10 years gets you? Stagnation. I'm going to say stagnate. Y'all ain't hearing me. Stagnation. You ain't going anywhere. And I'm telling you, hold on. Oh, you're right. You're right, Annette. You're right. Stagnation, bitches. Stagnation. Do you understand? Listening to Trump lie to you makes you dumber, and it literally puts you in the way of any sort of progress. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a black woman president. We're going to have a white woman president. We're going to have a Hispanic president. We're going to have a trans president, a gay president. We're going to have a president that's a socialist. And the fossils that are sitting in the White House, sitting in the White House, the Senate, and the Congress, their bones will be powder. This is going to happen. You cannot continue to hold off forward progress. Democrat, Republican, Independent, y'all can stop this bullshit about moonwalking backwards. Bitch, we are going forward. I need y'all to understand this. You're going to have a president that swears on a comic book rather than the Holy Bible, because they're going to be an atheist or a Rowist. This is going to happen. All of you old folk that are opining for the old days, you're going to die. And do you think we're all supposed to just keep going forward on your plan? Well, I know Eddie died in like 96, but we got to keep going the same way Eddie told us to. Bitch, it is almost 2026. Bitch, Eddie died. I'm sorry. Like, what did Curtis Mayfield say? Eddie did. Because Eddie did. I'm not following Eddie. Listen, if Eddie died in 96 and it's 2026, I don't want to hear shit about Eddie. Sorry. I argue with your goddamn mama. Do not argue with me. You bring up Eddie's plan, I'm going to start looking at your ass going, playing with you? I am not playing with you. I give myself to the age of 70 for one reason and one reason only. I want to lay a foundation that somebody else will eventually pick up, improve on, and go forward. I want that. I don't want to be the spotlighter at 70. At 70, if I'm still alive at 70, this show gonna change to, hey, has any of y'all ever heard of a Prairie Home Companion? Are y'all out? Y'all got this show will turn into a Prairie Home Companion. Exactly, Jerry. I might just do that. I hit 70. Y'all might got a year with me, 1 year, so I can give me a replacement. Hi, welcome to the Sound of Coffee. My name is Thomas Bishop. You know I'm the villain. I'm no longer the brutalist of the Villains Guild. That went to some very young person. This morning we're going to talk about grape nuts. Is it good fiber for your stomach or is it bad fiber for your health? Also, we're going to go talk about pet health, how dogs getting older means it's time to take better care of them. I want y'all to know that I love y'all, and I probably won't be using many sound effects because, as you can see, I really can't see the soundboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my own sound effects right here. And guess what? We got good old Coco. Coco still here. Coco still giving the bombastic side eye and the criminally offensive side eye on the other side. Coco's not really happy with the way y'all doing the things that y'all are doing. And maybe you need to go ahead and get something else done. This show is brought to you in part by Denture Cream. You know, when my teeth started to fall out and I knew I was going to have to get dentures, I decided to go ahead and get me some good old Denture Cream. I squirt a little bit on it and then put it right where my gums is, and my teeth stay in my mouth every single day. happy that Denture Cream has become a sponsor here of the Sound of Coffee. This show was also brought to you by Depends Diapers. Let me tell you something. I play my old video games on my old, I have a PS4, PS5. I know right now, you young kids, you young whippersnappers, y'all playing the PlayStation in your eyebrow because you got the little implant chip and you're out here playing, you're always playing them games. That's why you're always walking in the trees and shit. But I still use my old PS4. I like to play WWE 2K25. And every once in a while, when I'll hit somebody with a brain buster, or I might be able to hit them with a super kick. I get a little bit excited. And then when I get excited, I pee on myself. That's why I'm so glad that I'm wearing Depends diapers. Depends has been a long time sponsor of this great show. One time for the one time for the one time. We love him. We still miss him. He's still our dog. Ladies and gentlemen, Burcephalus the cactus. Ladies and gentlemen, give up a round of applause for Burcephalus the cactus. I used to make your mama jokes, but my memory is come and gone. I don't know. Have I done the your mama joke this morning, Coco? Oh, Coco, wait a minute. Coco said I haven't done it, but Coco looking at me with the bombastic side eye that I haven't even made the joke about your mamas. And I know some of y'all think these are little kid juvenile, but I work really hard on being able to come up with these your mama jokes. So I got one for today. Your mom and your dad were out at Golden Corral, but your mom knew I had a veterans discount. And my wife has been passed away for many years now. So your mama literally left out your daddy and came and sat next to me at the Golden Corral. You didn't know that your mother enjoyed taco and she enjoyed a little bit of a porterhouse steak. I didn't realize it. That's why I went and bought and made sure your mama got whatever she wanted. I had the veterans discount and I had the senior citizen discount. That's why we were able to eat at the Golden Corral. I don't know what happened to your father. I think he may have went ahead and drove home. So before this first commercial break, let me go ahead and give y'all the universal greeting of all you coffee beans. Y'all remember how it goes. It goes a little bit like this.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
That's right. Everything was going well for you till the damn coffee beans got up. And now the world is a little bit older than you thought it was. You ain't gonna be able to get very much done because these coffee beans is younger and they smarter and they have more talent in their toenails than I've had in my entire existence. All right, so it's time for listen. I'm just saying that's what it's gonna sound like. I'm giving that shit a year. My last show will literally be my 71st birthday. That will be the last one. December 31st, whatever. Yeah, and welcome to Sound of Coffee. I would do the lean back, but as you know, I had real bad back problems from leaning back like that. So I got my shoulders fixed and I got my spine working, and I can't lean back the way I did. So let me go ahead and try this again. Hold on, where you go? Oh, there he is. Good old Godzilla -1 inhale, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all you ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sciatica. The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Cloud Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. I think I just messed up my sciatica, kids. Like, that would be me. And then somebody else gonna sit their ass in this chair. I'm gonna reach the eight. Listen, the sound of sciatica. E, come on, E. Hey, E, 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 E. Kobe. Go on, take that E. Go on, take that 3, E. That's all you, buddy. Kobe. Go on, take that E. Just here you go. It's the 3 point. There you go, right there. Hold on. DJ over there cracking up and crying. DJ over there. DJ is in the YouTube chat dying. Oh. Hey, Annette, that's going, listen, Annette, that's going to replace some of these days. Misunderstandings and furniture moving Monday going to turn into I've fallen and I can't get up Mondays. Oh, shit. Chuckles has already got me hemmed up. December 31st, 2040. Listen. Now I feel, Magpie's like, now I feel older than my physical age. I got married and adopted 2 kids. Damn it, Thomas. Be safe out there, comrade. Give them hell today, because that's all you're going to be able to give them. Give it more of it tomorrow. Let me tell y'all something. The Sound of Coffee brought to you by Geritol, Benefiber, Life Alert, Depends Diapers, Denture Cream, Nicorette Gum, to stop my vaping. Y'all go like, man, I don't even watch it no more, man. Why? What happened? Just go on there and look at some of the sponsors. Wait a minute. Is this shit sponsored by Depends Diapers? Yup. Shower chairs, petroleum jelly. AARP. Wolfie said, Thomas Bishop, the sound of back cracking. It's not going to be a show that's going to be hot on the TikTok streets. This shit's going to be taken over by right wingers anyway. Hold on. The sound of Medicare in the morning. Lord. Hey, Taz. Go on, take that. You can have that one. That was a 3. Go on, take that. You can take that. Magpie talk about the sound of dementia. You can have that one too. Go on, take that. Take that. That's yours. Go on, take that. But what I'm saying is this. We shouldn't be afraid of change. We shouldn't. I make those jokes because I'm not afraid of changing. I'm really not. I am quite okay with it. I just wish the world, the country I lived in reflected the world that we exist in. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning. I wish the country I lived in reflected the world we live on. I genuinely wish we did. Because through changing the way we see our country, we will inevitably see the way the world can be. Not Cologuard. Oh my God. Hey, Tracina. You put Cologuard on there? Tracina. Go on, take that. Take that 3. Take that 3. 3-pointer. Listen, 3-pointer from the bathroom. Go on, take that one. Take that one. She said it's going to be sponsored by Cologuard. That's nasty work. Go on, take that 3. Hey, take that 3 and this. That's how you shot the 3. That's the sound you made when you busted that 3 off from a bathroom somewhere located in a parts unknown. That's what you sounded like. What's wrong with you, Tracina? Just go on, take it. You got the elusive Kobe 3, the Kobe Prince 3.
Kobe,
You got the elusive Kobe Prince 3.
Kobe.
Now how hard it is to get that shit. Anyway, I enjoy the idea of change. I enjoy it because it means that I am, in a way, fulfilling the one thing I wanted to do since birth. Leave the world better than I found it. America's a different world than when my father was born than when I was born. It's a different world than when I was born, when my oldest son was born. It's a different world from when my oldest son was born to my first grandson was born. And that is a good thing. We should demand that of our politicians. We should demand that they get with the times. Stop asking dumbass questions like, does TikTok affect the Wi-Fi? You sound like Millie Mel in that diss track to Eminem. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Just listen. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Mr. Chu, does TikTok affect the Wi-Fi? Shut, bitch, if you don't shut your... Inevitably, we will all take our last breaths. All of us, myself included. We will take our last breaths. I don't want to be afraid of what's on the other side, which at this point, I don't. What I do genuinely care about is leaving the world better than I found it. Not for myself, but for everybody that's going to come behind me. Every person that stands with me now, I want their lives to have abundance. Because not because they do, not just because they deserve it, but because that abundance allows them to grow as people. If I got $60 million in the bank, I can travel anywhere I want to, right? But it's so much better if I'm able to say, hey, Angry, I'm going to hire somebody to take care of your mom. And then you and Taz and Chaos and me and my wife and Smoking Hot and Tiger Bomb and the whole guild, we're going to rent a yacht. And we are all going to go and enjoy ourselves. We're going to jump off and swim in the water and shit like that. Because a lot of them, maybe they've never done that. Maybe they've never been to Bermuda or Jamaica or the Bahamas or anything like that. That would be a cool damn thing. That is change. That's me saying, hey, I got money. I want to take care of y'all. Money might not last, but it's also not the end goal. Money itself, love of money, craving of money is stagnation because you're not growing. You're just tapping out tax brackets. That's all you're doing. You're not affecting any change. You're not. To worship somebody with all the money is to be stagnant in your own life because, yeah, they got all that goddamn money, but what else do they have? Stagnation. Yeah, you can go anywhere in the world you want, but do you? No, you don't. You do not. Money does not make us better. It simply enhances what we already are. If you're an asshole with $1 million, you're an asshole with $1 million. If you're a good person and you get $1 million, you're a good person with $1 million. Knowledge, on the other hand, can be shared. It can enlighten somebody else. You got this thing going. You come and tell me all of a sudden, woo! Now I know it. Then I go and I tell somebody else and two other people, woo! And so on and so on and so on. Everybody's eyes, woo! You have to embrace change in order for you to be the best version of you. If you have children, do you not tell them to do their best? Do you not tell them to do their best? That means wherever they are, tell them to do as good as they can do in that moment. That's you telling them, embrace change. You got a big test, you study for it, go in and give it the best you got. Go in and give them the best you got. If you don't and you fail the test, that's because you did not give them everything you had. You did not become a bigger person, a more enlightened person. If we had jobs that sustained us, I mean, you work and you work enough to where when you get your paycheck, your bills are paid, there's a roof over your head, there's food in the refrigerator, your kids look good, they got good clothing, they smell good, your house is secure and things of that nature. You will work harder at that job to keep those benefits. That's growth. That's change. If you ain't getting shit, you gonna get, listen, black folks have a saying, bare minimum Monday, bitch. Listen, you. Yo, son, ain't this your second smoke break? Yep. You only been at work an hour. I know. How come you ain't in there busting your ass? For $7.95, dog. For $7.99. Seriously? Are you out of your goddamn, listen, bare minimum, bitch. Bare minimum. Bare. Listen, if you got somebody needs to make that into a shirt. A bear holding on to a negative sign. Just a bear with a negative sign out like this. What's that, bare minimum? Hey, bitch. This money, listen, this money is not covering even the gas to get to this goddamn job, bitch. Bare minimum. Black folks, listen, one of the things I love about us is we will see if the money funny, we funny, goddamn it. Oh, so they ain't paying overtime? Yeah, man, the boss said they can't afford it. All right, bare minimum time. But if you got a job that takes care of all of your needs, you will work your ass off. You right. Hey, Chaos, you right. I am creating shirts. I got so many this is why I need an assistant. I got ideas coming out of my ass and I can't do anything with them because they're all stuck up here. But if you have something in your life that makes you want children, whether you actually birthed children or you have nieces and nephews and shit like that, or you adopted, whatever, a kid will make your ass change like a mug. Listen, let me tell you something. Nothing will make you change faster than a child. Nothing. You thought it was fun when you was, give me that. Oh, it's good. Until that first, listen, that shit will change your ass quick. That shit will change your ass quick. You will see the character of a son bitch when a child show up. A child having children or even being around children, that is change personified. You got to be ready to answer a bunch of dumbass questions when that child is like 4 and they discover shit. Baba, did you know that the human head weighs 18 pounds or 18 ounces? Like, what the what? Oh, whoa. Hold up. Who out here weighing heads? Baba, did you know that cockroaches can carry their poop for over 16 miles? Everybody, whoa, I didn't even ask that. I didn't even need to know that. My own kids was doing that shit to me. The hell kind of shit? What? Where are you getting this? Why is this info readily available to you at your young ass age? What are you doing? Shit. You got to go through all the conversations with them. In kindergarten, no, you cannot eat the paint. But it smells delicious. You ain't supposed to eat the goddamn paint. Stop painting your tongue with the watercolor paint we sent to school that you supposed. Come on, man. That's why I have to love and honor my mom and dad, even though they were apart, even though they gave me 2 different outlooks of life, even though, right? I have to love them and honor them, because could you imagine Robert and Martha Ann having to raise me? Mr. I jumped in the goddamn Christmas tree 4 years in a row? Come on, man. Look, Magpie said when she was a small child, she ate, Magpie said when they were a small child, they ate paint. I mean, not sand. Sand. I jumped off the roof of my damn house trying to fly to China with a piece of goddamn cardboard. Like, Mary Poppins did it. I can do it with some cardboard. Like, okay? We tried to catch the tooth fairy with a bucket of hot water and a Afghan blanket that looked like a net. I almost killed my older sister with that bullshit. But the biggest thing about whether it's having children or being around children is this: they represent change. Every one of them. They represent your formal introduction to a love that you've never had for anything, and your inevitable mortality. Because the world belongs to that baby. It doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to that baby. I'm going to leave y'all with that. I really want y'all to think about this. I don't care if it's a child you adopted, a child you birthed, or a child you were married into. Those children represent mortality, yours. The day will come when that little baby stands at your age. If you're still there, you have one job: to continue to make the world better than it was when you found it, and to teach that child to do the same. I want America to be great, but in order for America to actually live up to those ideals in the Constitution, certain things have got to go. Number one, this idea of white supremacy has got to die. Do you understand what I am trying to tell you? That shit gotta die. You gotta take that shit out back. You gotta pull an Adriana Lacerva in from The Sopranos. You gotta drive that shit out in the Cadillac all the way out in the woods, let it run out, pop it twice, and put it underneath some dirt. You have to. You've got to. The idea of white supremacy no longer makes or pushes anything forward. In fact, it is stagnation in its purest form. We live on a global, the whole planet The idea of superiority and colonization by white folks has got to stop. It's got to. We cannot keep doing this shit. All right, hey, I know we were all doing forward progress and we were all happy and we all got sandwiches and Coca-Colas and shit, but we got to back up because white men ain't feeling centered. We got to go back. No. I want every one of you to embrace the life that you are living now with the intention of leaving the world better than it was when you found it. I want you all to change. I want you to change. I want you to see the world in a different light. See the ideas that you have right now made manifest by somebody who is younger than you. I'm selfish. I want the guild to survive long after I'm dead. I want there to be a world where the guild no longer is needed. But since that world doesn't exist, I want the Villains Guild to outlive me. I do. On the day I die or the day I'm buried, I want members of the Villains Guild in there. And I want somebody to stand up. And since this is going out worldwide and I can clip it, I'm going to go ahead and tell you how I want my funeral to proceed. I want somebody to stand up, a member of the guild to stand up and say, rise. A villain has died today. And I want members to go V, G, V, G, V, G. A villain has died today. Somebody who fought the good fight authentically. Someone who fought the good fight telling the truth. Someone who fought the good fight for those who could not fight for themselves. And I want members to keep going V, G, V, G, V, G. I want somebody to stand up and say, we weren't supposed to be in this fight, but this villain was. This villain stood up. This villain said enough is enough. This villain decided to be the antagonist of everybody's goddamn story. V, G, V, G, V, G. Hell, I don't even understand how anybody wouldn't want to be a villain. A person who's authentic, a person who tells the truth, a person who fights for those who cannot fight for themselves, a person to literally be the messenger for the message being the most important thing. V, G, V, G, V, G. So we celebrate this villain the way all villains should be celebrated. We don't curse their name, we honor it. We stand in the breach for that one who is no longer here, We are villains because we can be. We are villains because we choose to be. We will never let this villain live and die in vain. Their memory will go on in my heart, in my mind, in the next villain I see. V, G, V, G, V, G. Yes, Chaos, you can do it in a pirate uniform. I want that to become the standard speech for every member of the guild that passes on. Because in the guild, we practice one up. If a founder can no longer be a member of the guild, someone steps up. If an officer in the red circle can no longer do the job, they pick their successor. The next one steps up. The entirety of the guild is a living, breathing thing. It is a living, breathing organization that believes in the idea of taking care of business by doing the one man up. The entire guild is about change, the inevitability of it. And while we're here, our tasking is simple: to make the world better than it was when we got here. Don't ever be afraid of change, kids. Tristina says she wants to see a world where buttermilk mines no longer exist. Hey, yo! Buttermilk mines. Buttermilk mines, ma'am. So I will leave y'all with this. We can make this world better than it was when we found it. Do not listen to people like Vance and Trump and Stephen Miller because they want stagnation. You should see them as a blood clot. Every one of them is a blood clot. Every one of them. Blocking forward progress. And one day it will kill us all. Be the person that makes the changes that affect the rest of the world. Be the person who affects the change that is felt around the world. I realize there will be a day where I'm not here. There will be a day where I am no longer here. I hope on that day. I hope on that day I am remembered not for how many followers I had or any cool, silly catchphrase. I hope I am remembered as somebody who embraced the idea of change, of growing old, of using my knowledge to help the next group up. I hope I'm the Billy D. Williams and the next person is the Denzel Washington of change. And that person will inevitably get to where I am and then replaced by their Idris Albas or their Michael B. Jordans and things of that nature. And I hope while this change happens, my name is never mentioned. That it is an organic thing that makes the entire world better. And it was never about me. It was always about the message. And that someday someone says, I'm going to change the world. And then they go do it. I don't want them to do it in my name. I don't want them to do it in yours. I want them to do it because they are supposed to. Magpie, stop that. Magpie, stop that. I am simply just a man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. If you like what I'm doing and like to support, think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. For as little as $3 a month, you can help me keep all of this running. I did something last night before Rouse High Exalted because I was really, really elevated. I took Danny Boy's song. For those of you who don't know who Danny Boy is, he was on death row for a hot minute. Well, I took his song "Come When I Call" and I was singing it into the microphone. And I hit record and didn't realize I recorded because again, I was at Rouse's doorstep when the show started. Know what I mean? Thank you, Chuckles. I greatly appreciate it. So anyway, I recorded this shit, right? And then when I went to go try to find the volume and shit, I realized, oh shit, I recorded it. So I got to clear it up a little bit so y'all can hear it. I got to edit it out. But I think I'm going to put that on Patreon first. So if you're a patron, you'll be able to see this shit. But I made facial expressions and noise. It was wild. It was wild. But I'm going to probably put that on my Patreon first for the patrons, and then it'll be the unedited version, and then I'll put it on the internet. Chaos, stop. Chaos, you're gonna laugh. Chaos, you're gonna laugh, but at the end of it, you're gonna be looking at me like I almost did Full of Smoke by Christian. I'm telling you, right? I was baked last night. Last night, I was crispy lasagna, bitch. I was gone. But think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. This show, but I derailed Rouse You were giraffe nostril, giraffe coochie on the ISS space station there, Taz. That's where I was. This show is brought to you in part by Smooth California. Go to smoothca.online and check out some of the incredible skincare products that will help you look and feel your absolute best. And remember, they are all natural, all natural. Go to smoothca.online, type in the villain 25 for 25% off of your purchase. Smoothca.online. Show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you don't have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. I am wearing the one-of-a-kind Malcolm X shirt that my good friend and sister Huma designed. This is beautiful. I also have one, the Black Queen. She designed them both. Go over and check them out. melexcellence.com. Show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. Rep your set, rep your set. Go to somethingblackmade.com. Check out the apparel, the great apparel that they have on their website. Letterman's jackets for all you high school dropouts, your sons of sons. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check it out. Good morning, Theo. Look at you coming in at the end. Finally, this show is brought to you in part by W Energy. Go to w.gg and check out some energy drinks. I drink Grandpa's denture water every morning. It sounds disgusting, but it tastes delicious. It gives me the pep I need to get into my step. W.gg, type in Thomas Bishop for 10% off of your purchase. The Sound of Coffee shop is up, is running, and it's piping hot. If you are over on TikTok, y'all saw that picture as the thumbnail. I have a shirt being made with that picture on it. It says, "What's a king to a villain?" And I will be wearing it at the No Kings protest on Saturday. I don't know. I think I might be going to Augusta, but Atlanta is still in the mix, so I don't know which one of them I'm going to, but I am going to go to the No Kings protest. I'm thinking I probably should wear my Stetson, but my Stetson looks dirty. I'm gonna have to take all the pins off, all of the stuff off, and fix it, right? So now trust me when I tell you, I'm gonna live stream from there. I've got a meeting on Zoom with the producers and co-owner of GCPR, but I will make sure that I will be live. I will try to live stream from there, from the No Kings protest. And if there's some anti-No Kings protest, which they call the King protest. I'm gonna say this one more time. The anti-No Kings protest is called a Kings protest. The No Kings protest, anti-No Kings protest, is called the Kings protest. Oh, Magpie, don't think it won't be. Trust me on that. But yeah, I will be going to the No Kings protest on Saturday. That picture I am thinking about making into a t-shirt and a coffee mug for the Sound of Coffee shop. If I get me an assistant and I can just keep designing and making shit, and then I can get somebody to handle my social media and stuff like that, I'm telling y'all, things around here gonna change. Now, I mean, I need a manager and I need an assistant, and I'm looking for him, and I can't really pay him. I got a smile and a wink. You know what I mean? But Sound of Coffee, all one word, shop.fortwall.com. What is it that we say every single day, kids? The way Tracina says it, with the good word: hydrate, elevate, self-love is self-care. I love you. Have a beautiful day on purpose. That's the good word from Tracina. Never, and I'm going to say this to y'all, and I really want y'all to hear me, never be ashamed to change. Never. Love you too, Tichy. Love you too. Literally, do not be afraid of change. Star O'Gwen with the good word. Be limitless on purpose today. I love you per aspera ad astra, through hardships to the stars. Don't be afraid of change. Embrace it. If you're an older guy like me, you understand more good years behind than in front. At this point, it's all about legacy for me. That's it. I have given myself totally to the ideal of the message, given myself completely to it. Completely. Am I egotistical? Absolutely. Do I have an ego? You goddamn right I do. But this is more than that. Never in my entire life has something so huge, so monumental, meant so much to me on a personal level. Being a father means more. Being a husband means more. Being a brother means more. Being a son means more. And there's this thing, the idea of passing on and things getting better. It is bigger than me. So when you say this today, say it with your heart and your chest and your mind in tune with each other. May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. I love you. Chaos. Guys, you ain't getting out here with all them jewels and shit. Mr. Chaos. Mr. Chaos. Sir. Bombastic side eye, sir. You ain't getting out here with all them jewels and shit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name, as always, is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. My title and designation is the brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild. And this has been one of those Truthful Thursdays that I hope sticks with you and stays with you in your mind, in your heart, and you start to see the world just a little bit differently. Stagnation is death. Progress is natural. Always remember that. This has been a Truthful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Law Productions Radio, DCPR, where every voice matters. Tonight. It is Superplex Party with myself and the Angry IT Nerd. We will be talking about all the wrestling goings on all this week. And I'm going to tell you right now, that Leon Edwards and Javon match, holy shit. But that was one of two great matches we saw this week. So tune in tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on these Ghost Claw Productions Radio airwaves and at our YouTube channel, Ghost Claw Productions Radio. If you haven't subscribed, please go over and do so. We're trying to build a bigger following, a bigger platform over on YouTube. We want you guys to go over, interact, and love the stuff that we are putting out because GCPR really does mean where every voice matters. I love every single one of you, and I'm proud of you. If no one tells you they're proud of you today, I'm proud of you. If nobody tells you they love you today, I love you. If nobody tells you that you are needed and wanted and you bring such beauty and joy to this world, damn it, I'm saying it. Don't ever forget it. Progress forward, never backwards. With love in my heart, I say this. With peace on my mind, I give this. God, any shade? Lord have mercy, girl, you're getting fine as hell, girl. And just a tad bit of hair grease. I will see y'all tomorrow. Flag on the Play Friday. Let's talk about all the effery and jackassery that has been this week. I love you all. Be safe until we see each other again. Peace. I love you guys. Don't ever forget it. Don't ever forget it.